Repair Dad is on the scene, folks. Alright, so in this edition of Repair Dad, we're going to replace this screen. It's got a hole in the bottom of it. You can see the homeowner has taped over it as like a temporary fix, but now it's time to sell the home and they need to repair it. So some things you need for this job: just some rollers. I like to have these two different ones because it's got this little flathead tip on the end of it. It's your basic razor knife and some needle nose pliers. So first I like to peel out the spline, and of course you need new spline material. I have a roll of it laying over in the grass, so I like to take that out, and you can see this is one long piece of spline material, so of course I'm just gonna cut it. This is a very common repair that I do here in Florida. People's screens get damaged all the time. Everything from a weed whacker to high winds to pets, all kinds of stuff causes screen damage. This spline material is in good shape, so I'm just going to reuse it. But sometimes you do have to give new spline material. Okay, I do like to keep the screen intact. You don't have to. I like to, so I just come over here and lay it down like this. Okay. I like to have it on the grass so that when I make a cut, I can just, doesn't matter if my knife hits the grass. There we go. Here's our new piece. And always just hold it up, make sure it fits. See, if I did it like this, then I'd be screwed because it's not the right size. So it's easy. This is a small screen, so it's obvious which way to do it, but sometimes I do overhead screens like you see up there, and those are much bigger. And if you get that wrong and you get it halfway done and you realize it, you're like, dang it. Because then you got to pull it all back out and put it back in, and you're getting cooked in the sun, and you're frustrated because you just wasted time. And of course, when you make repairs like this, time is money. That spline goes right there. Then this one goes right there. Okay, so we'll run this across the top. So this is like a beveled spline material. You can kind of see it's flat on this side, and then it's got the curve on this side. So I like to put it with the flat side down. So I'm going to feed it in there like that. Now, if you find yourself fighting the spline material the whole way, then you should probably take it out and put it in at a different configuration. Because if you're just fighting it to get it in, then that means you're going at the wrong angle, if you know what I'm saying. Repair Dad is in the building. You want it to just roll right in there pretty smooth. Okay. So you do want a little bit of tension on this. Notice how I'm using this roller. Look at that. Butter. Look at that butter, baby. Okay. Just rolling that in. Real Repair Dad style like. Alright. That's our first piece. Our first side there. Kind of take a look. Alright. This is a short piece. That's going to go on the bottom. This is a long piece here. Okay, once again, here's our flat side. You can see this is a, it's got a bevel on top, flat piece on the side. So I'm going to put it with the flat side going down into the channel. Now there's different types of rollers. They make like bigger plastic handle rollers. I don't really like those because they fall apart. These wood ones have been better for me. Okay, we got good tension side to side here. Now of course this final piece is going to go on the bottom. Same thing. It's going to be the flat side here. Flat side going down. Okay. Like that. So this particular screen is going to cost this client $135. Now this is one screen. Of course, if I was doing multiple screens, I could give a little better deal, but for one screen, I gotta do 135 on this one. Okay. See, you can tell this isn't really, I don't have it set up the right way because it's not going in that easily. So I'm just going to keep messing around. May have to lay down to really get in here. Okay. And sometimes it helps to just, you got to be careful doing this because obviously you don't want to cut the screen. But if you just do that, get that screen material to sit in there.